Liverpool's unbeaten start to the season came to a disappointing end with a 1-0 loss to Nottingham Forest. Despite the pause, Arne Slot stuck with the same lineup that had convincingly defeated Man United. The team was aiming to equal a club record of 4 consecutive league clean sheets from the 2005-06 season, but their hopes were dashed. Luis Diaz came close after 16 minutes, hitting the inside of the post after battling to win the ball at the byline. However, the team struggled to click after the break, and the first half ended goalless. Despite 66% possession and efforts from Diogo Jota and Alexis Mac Allister, the second half began with the same frustrations, as sloppy passing, especially from Dominik Szoboszlai, handed Forest the upper hand. In response, Slot made a triple substitution after 60 minutes, bringing on Connor Bradley, Darwin Núñez, and Cody Gakpo for Jota, Mac Allister, and Diaz. Trent Alexander-Arnold moved into midfield alongside Ryan Gravenberch as Liverpool pushed forward, but a breakthrough seemed elusive. Forest capitalized when Núñez lost possession, quickly countering and scoring through a fine effort from Callum Hudson-Odoi. Slot's decision to leave Federico Chiesa out became even more questionable as his final changes introduced Curtis Jones and Kostas Tsimikas, leaving Liverpool disjointed and struggling for composure. The team appeared to lose their way, and the international break clearly disrupted their early season form. Losing duels, no rotation, and poor decisions. 5 talking points from Liverpool, 0-1 Forest. 1. Poor decisions from players and manager. Liverpool's attack faltered due to poor decision-making, not just individually but as a team. Salah, Jota, and Diaz all struggled, with sloppy play in the final third. Salah's shot selection, in particular, was questionable, and Szoboszlai's usually high passing accuracy dropped. Manager Arne Slot's tactical changes did little to improve matters, and Liverpool faded out in the second half. 2. Flat atmosphere at Anfield. Liverpool's lackluster play left the crowd with little to cheer for. The high-pressing style was absent, and despite dominating possession, they only managed 5 shots on target. Diaz hit the post, but beyond that, the team lacked urgency. A debut for Federico Chiesa could have lifted spirits, but he was surprisingly left out of the squad. 3. Trent in midfield again. Slot revived the experiment of Trent Alexander-Arnold in midfield, moving him up alongside Szoboszlai in the second half. However, this formation shift didn't bring much success, and it's unclear if Slot will try it again after this performance. 4. Struggling to win duels. While Van Dijk and Konate were solid defensively, the rest of the team lost too many battles. Liverpool's ground duel success rate was a low 35%, with Trent winning just 4 of 12 duels. Nottingham Forest's fullbacks dominated, particularly against Salah and Diaz. 5. Rotation needed? Slot has largely stuck with the same lineup, but with upcoming fixtures, he may need to rotate more. 7 starters had played 180 minutes for their national teams during the international break, and it showed. Wataru Endo wasn't used, despite Liverpool needing more defensive stability in midfield. Player and manager ratings. Liverpool's winning run ended with a 1-0 loss to Nottingham Forest at Anfield, as the visitors frustrated their attack. Alisson, 6, had little to do but conceded a superb strike, denied Elanga later on. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 7, man of the match, delivered well from set pieces and was pushed into midfield later, keeping the ball moving despite limited creativity. Booked late on. Ibrahima Konate, 6, strong aerially but was caught out for the goal. Virgil van Dijk, 7, cleared well and defended solidly, with no major threats down his side. Andy Robertson, 4, off the pace, struggled with 50-50s, and was beaten by Elanga. Booked. Ryan Gravenberch, 6, solid recovery work and some good progressive passes. Alexis Mac Allister, 6, neat passing and 1 shot on target but subbed after an hour, likely due to international duty. Dominik Szoboszlai, 4, misplaced passes and slowed play. Moved position but remained ineffective. Mo Salah 4. Quiet and wasteful, missing a big chance and misplacing crosses. Diogo Jota 6. Good link-up play but no real goal threat. Luis Diaz 6. Created a chance but wasn't his usual explosive self. Substitutes. Darwin Núñez 5. Struggled with his touch. Cody Gakpo 5. Offered little. Connor Bradley 4. Beaten twice, leading to a goal. Kostas Tsimikas 5. Struggled in an unusual role. Curtis Jones 5. Little impact in his first appearance. Manager. Arne Slot 4. Failed to inspire a reaction post-international break. Tactical changes didn't work, and the team lacked a spark ahead of the Champions League opener. Arne Slot says Liverpool were not up to the standards he expects in one key area. Liverpool fell short in one key area during their defeat to Nottingham Forest, which was not up to the standards Arne Slot has come to expect from his squad. The Reds' return from the international break was one to forget. They had plenty of possession, 70% to be exact, but couldn't make much of it. They created an XG of just 0.87 and only managed 5 shots on target. It was their inability to make use of their time and possession that frustrated Slot. In his post-match press conference, he explained, "The only thing we had control over was ball possession. We had a lot of the ball but only managed to create 3 for quite good chances. That's far from enough if you have so much possession, if you're playing so much in their half. We need to be much better. We lost the ball so many times in simple situations. I think that's the main story of the game. Ball possession wasn't good enough." He later added, "Too many individual performances in possession. We're not up to the standards I'm used to from these players." Slot certainly doesn't beat around the bush, does he? But it's clear he expects more from his team. It's an unexpected setback for Liverpool after such a strong start. And Slot mentioned that it was compounded by the level of opposition, though he was careful to say he meant no disrespect. It's a big setback. Losing a home game is always disappointing, the Dutchman said. Maybe Forest will go on to challenge for a Champions League spot, but normally, this isn't a team that finishes in the top 10. So losing to them is a big disappointment. I want to see the same attitude every day, whether we've won, drawn, or lost. The focus has to be on going back to work the next day, analyzing what we did well and where we need to improve. Liverpool won't have to wait long for a chance to respond as they head to the San Siro on Tuesday night.